Hello, I'm Tim Clark and I'm the founder of Hitch Advisor. And I'm just going to talk to you about some things I learned when I set up my own consultancy company. I've got 13 key points that I think you should complete in the first 30 days of starting your consultancy. So think of this video like a cheat sheet, a guide to setting a solid base so that you can grow your consultancy and make more money. I've based this cheat sheet on my own experience from discussions with other contractors, and I've got some input from some recruitment consultants who specialize in placing contractors. So altogether, I think we've come up with something pretty good. So, point number one, talk to consultants that you know and trust. You don't have to take their advice, but it is worth listening to them. They might have thought of things or experienced things that just wouldn't have crossed your mind, and they might have some interesting insights. And if nothing else, it's better to learn from the mistakes of others than to have to make those same mistakes yourself. Number two, choose a business name. And don't just choose the first name that pops into your head. Give this some serious thought. Think about it from a legal point of view, from a marketing point of view. Your business name is going to be the foundation of your brand, and it's going to be so important as you grow. So once you've got a name that you like, go to the Companies House website and pop it in to see if it's available. Or some variation might be available. So instead of having limited at the end, you could have LTD or a hyphen, or you've got options. It's on to step three. Go to a domain name registry service like GoDaddy or 123reg.com or 1&1. There's plenty of them out there. And see if the domain name for your business is available. I would recommend going with .com or .co.uk over anything else. Your domain name is going to be so crucial to your digital presence and your professional image. The domain name will be your website address, but you will also use it for your email. I know there's a lot of contractors out there who use companyname@gmail.com. Now what you're doing there is you're advertising Gmail, and you don't look as professional. What looks better? companyname@gmail.com or my name at mycompanyname.com.co.uk. So once you've got your domain name, go back to Companies House and register the business. If you're forming a limited company, which I would imagine you would be, it's relatively simple for doing as a consultant. You're guided through the whole process step by step by the website. It costs £12 and it takes about 15-20 minutes. If you're not comfortable doing this, there are companies out there who will do it for you. Next step number 5, you need to get a logo. Again, this is about your brand. Your logo should represent your business and what you want to do. There are a number of options open to you. You could design the logo yourself, which is what I did for my consultancy. Hindsight, possibly not the best option. And what I would suggest is going with a designer to do a bespoke logo, which probably has you thinking, that's going to be expensive. No. If you go to a website such as Fiverr, People Per Hour, or Upwork, you could get a bespoke logo for as little as £15 or £20. And that is £15 or £20 well spent. Okay, so number 6, building a website. In today's world, your digital presence is so important, more important than it's ever been. And that starts with your website. There are a number of affordable website builders out there that you could use. Wix, Foursquare, Weebly, there's a few. Or you could hire a developer to create a bespoke site. We've actually partnered with a developer that we use quite a lot at Hitch Advisor, and he's put together a package that is for our consultants, and it's a pretty good deal, and you'll get a bespoke site. Right, so number 7. This is the start of the necessary but boring stuff. Get a business bank account, especially if you're trading a limited company. You need to keep your personal finances and your business finances separate. Your business bank account will be where you get paid into by your clients. It'll be where you pay your suppliers from. All those little transactions that you will need to make as a small business, and that is what you are as a consultant. You're a small business. There's a few banks out there, Barclays, Bank of Scotland, both have good deals for small businesses. I would look around. The thing to bear in mind is you will get charged by the bank for your business bank account. So it might be a monthly fee, it might be a per transaction cost. So look at the full package and see if there's a free period for banking, and take full advantage of it. But do shop around and think about what's important to you. Is it the cost, or is it having somebody in branch you can speak to? But make sure you choose a good bank. Number 8, get an accountant. A good accountant is worth their weight in gold. They'll often save you more money than they're costing you, and they will keep you right. Make sure the accountant you choose has a good understanding of contractor affairs, so subjects like IR35. Quite often high street accountants will be a little bit cheaper, but they might not have that technical understanding, which could be so critical to keeping you right. At Hitch Advisor, we've partnered with a superb accountancy firm that specializes in contractors, who have done us a great rate. So if you're a member, you'll have access to a superb service at a low price. Next thing is to purchase accountancy or bookkeeping software. Now, you could start off using Excel, which is what I did, and to be honest, it's not worth the headache. It just gets so convoluted and difficult, and it's just a pain in the butt. And there's some really good cloud-based accountancy software out there. You've probably seen QuickBooks advertised on TV. I personally use Xero. The user interface is great. It allows me to do all my invoicing, bank reconciliation, pay my VAT, all that sort of stuff from one user dashboard. And you can access it from anywhere. It's cloud-based, so anywhere you have an internet connection. They've got an app on your phone. It's just so convenient. The next, I'm talking about Xero actually. The accountants I mentioned earlier, Xero comes as part of the package that they offer. So if you're using Hitch Advisor, you're combining 2 steps into one. Okay, so the next step is a horrible one, but it's one you have to do, and it's one that you should do as soon as possible, and that is register with HMRC. Because we all know there's nothing, the only 2 things are certain: death and taxes, and HMRC will come after you. So I would recommend registering with them as soon as possible, because HMRC, as quite a large organisation, are not necessarily that efficient, and things just take time. So don't wait until it's critical to do it. Just get it done when you've got plenty of time. If you need to speak to them on the phone, they're really, really helpful. But as a minimum, I would look at registering for corporation tax, VAT, speak to your accountant about the flat rate VAT scheme for that, employer's PAYE, and also your own personal tax return. Once you've got all those things in place, your financial side, it's time to mitigate your risk. Get insurance. Being a contractor carries financial risk and obligations, both legal and financial. Clients can claim against you for mistakes that you make that affect them financially. Now, whilst this is rare, it can happen and it could be very, very expensive. And actually, regardless of this, most of the clients you will be dealing with will require you to be insured before they will engage your services. So we partner with a superb insurance company who specialize in contractor insurance and allow you to build a bespoke package, putting together what you need for the locations you need based on the services you're offering. They're really, really good. And I would suggest as a minimum getting professional indemnity insurance, public liability, employers and employees liability insurance. Okay, now back to one of the more slightly fun things, especially from my point of view, and that's personal branding and blogging. In the modern age of the internet, the value of a good brand is so important. And for a contractor, that means you. You're the face of your business, so people are putting their faith in you. Branding allows you to market yourself, allows you to grow your credibility and position yourself as a subject matter expert. Effective marketing will secure you new contracts, open doors and present new opportunities. It's something you really should get to grips with. And it's not easy, but it's worth the effort, and it's certainly a lot easier than it used to be. Social media and smartphones have made branding a lot easier. So I'm recording this video on my smartphone. Once I've stopped recording, I will just publish it straight to YouTube. Done. It's so easy, and it's just using equipment I already own. All right, so when you're blogging, I would recommend focusing on niche parts of the industry that you're involved with. Talk about things that you know that maybe other people from other parts of the industry wouldn't, things that you're interested in, because if you're interested, somebody else will be. And the internet makes it so easy to access information now. If you can position yourself as a subject matter expert and give a little, you'll gain a lot, because you'll build credibility and trust, and people, when they think of your service, will start to think of you, and you'll start to win more contracts that way. You need to ensure that your customers are getting information from you and not your competitor. Okay, so the last one I'll talk about, your last task, Contact Business Gateway. They're a government organization who are all about helping new companies set up and get going. So use their expertise. Their team have knowledge of that you will need, whether that be grants, dealing with HMRC, you can ask their advice on all sorts of business matters. They also have free courses on accountancy, branding, marketing, what else? I can't think, there's so many. It is definitely worth it. And if you're in the northeast of Scotland, which is where I set up, you'll have access to the team at Elevator, who provide the business gateway services in the northeast, and they are just superb. I cannot emphasize enough what a valuable resource they are. And if you're not in the northeast, you should be a little bit jealous. Okay, so this is just a few ideas to get you started. All these things I talked about, I would really recommend doing in the first 30 days. Now, where Hitch Advisor comes in is we work to make sure that contracting is as cost efficient as possible for contractors. So the essential services you need to get going, insurance, training, accountants, offshore medical, offshore survival, all that sort of stuff. We've got partner organizations we work with who have agreed to give our membership the best possible price. For the price of £4.99 a month, you could save over £1,500, and it's so easy to join. You can join by using the button up here or clicking a link below. We will do what we can to help you out. If there's any service you feel would be useful, let us know and we will try and add it to our list. We'll negotiate with a supplier to get a a top-notch rate added.